Ballantyne's Hadi says, "Teacher, how can I always be in a good mood when I learn language? Sometimes I got bored when I learn alone." So first of all, the how can I always be in a good mood thing, that's a tough one, right? We all have different moods. That might be a separate question about how to always be in a good mood that may not be related to learning English. But let's just say, how can we make studying or practice a little bit less boring if it is boring? Some people have this inner fire where they constantly love just sitting down and learning and practicing, but not everybody has that. And so what do you do when you don't have that? Most people probably don't, but you know you want to practice. There are a lot of different things that you can do. One of them is accountability. You said you're bored when you're learning alone. So don't learn alone. Find some kind of community or accountability with others, even if it's only one person. Do you know anybody else in your life who's learning English? If you don't, find someone in a community like Hello Talk or here where you're watching this. There is someone who's also learning and is probably at about your level. Find a person who you get along with. If you can make it a group of people, 3, 4, great. Make a little community. You should have some kind of community because it provides so many advantages, so many benefits. What are the benefits? Well, number one is you're not alone. You can ask questions. You can share what you're doing. You can pick up things from others. Now, it has to be organized and structured. So I would recommend if you have a group of 2, 3, 4 people together, have a schedule. We're going to do 2 speaking activities a week, recorded with video, and we're going to share something that we've learned every Wednesday. I mean, it depends on the level, it depends on a lot of things, but make a routine. You have a group in a community, make a routine of practice so that you have something to kind of do together. Maybe it's a WhatsApp group, maybe it's a group on Facebook, wherever it is, right? You have a group and you do something together, you follow a schedule together, you share, you teach each other, and the other thing that you have is accountability. Accountability means some pressure knowing that other people are expecting you to do something. That's actually a very powerful thing. It's the reason people get gym buddies. What tends to happen if you get a gym membership is that you get excited, you go for 2 weeks, and then you stop. Or you become a gym rat and you go every day for the rest of your life. One of 2 things happens, right? But if you have a gym buddy, that's someone you know who also wants a gym buddy, who you meet at the gym, and they know you're going to meet them there, and you know you're going to meet, everybody knows everybody's going to meet the other person there, right? So that gives you a sense of discomfort if you say, I'm not going to go this week. And you stay in bed and you think, next week I'll go to the gym. But if you know, my gym buddy's waiting, I'm going to go. So having at least one person who's also an English learner there, they have an assignment due on Tuesday. You've decided you're going to do a 2-minute video recording on this topic for this week. I know that I have to send that to the other person, my buddy, my learning friend, on Tuesday, and they know they have to send it to me. And because we're expecting it from each other, there's a bit of pressure. That prevents us from saying, next time, or feeling like we're alone and completely bored with the learning process. So accountability and also a sense of community and sharing and doing things together, very powerful reasons to have either a buddy or a group of learners together practicing. But just remember, it's very important to have rules. Very important. Okay. Now, what about just the problem of sitting down and being bored, right? It depends on what you're learning, the topic. If you find you're sitting down and practicing and you're totally bored all the time, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to keep that up for years, even months, even weeks, right? But what are the things that you do in which time seems to just disappear? You sit down and do something and time just floats away, and 5 hours later, you think to yourself, well, what happened? How did 5 hours pass? It seemed like it went by in a moment. Time flies when you're having fun, or time flies when you're in what's called a flow state. So instead of thinking I must practice English, think I want to improve my English through things that make time disappear. Not, it's time to sit down and practice English. Instead, I'm going to attach English practice to things that seem to make time fly. Now, that could be a lot of different things depending on you. Maybe you're very interested in researching a specific topic. Do all of your research in English and take notes in English when you're researching that. Maybe you're fascinated with fossils or something related to economics. I don't know what you're interested in. What are you interested in? Follow your interest and attach English to it, right? I had a friend who was very interested in Magic the Gathering. He sold all of his Chinese cards and he bought English cards. Now, a lot of the words in Magic the Gathering are not even English words, but through this, because he was so interested in this, a whole world opened up to him, and now he's very good at English. Even though what he was learning at first was not very useful English from the cards, he was fascinated in that, and English got attached to it. So interest should go first, and then the English part, the English practice, should be attached in the form of communicating with others about that topic, writing things down related to that, remembering things connected to that, researching related to that in some way, just doing that in English, right? Passive learning, watching videos about that, all of those things around a center, which is the energy source, which is your interest. And that's why following your interest is so important. Now, there are some activities you can do to challenge yourself in English related to your interest. I always challenge people to start a YouTube channel. I know most people won't do that, but if you have a strong interest, start an English YouTube channel. Oh, your English will improve if you do that because you're going to feel the pressure of having to sit down in front of a camera and talk for 10 minutes and then edit that. And then when you're editing, you're going to notice things and say, why did I do that? And why did I do that? That's going to really drive you to improve your English very quickly and allow you to build confidence. But it doesn't have to be that. Maybe it's writing a blog or writing a short article or answering questions on Quora related to something that you know about. Maybe you know about the political situation in your country and someone has asked a question related to that on Quora. Go to Quora and answer that question in English. People will give you comments and upvote or downvote your answer. You'll get feedback. So there's so many things that you can do. But the common sort of theme or idea there is that the campfire in the middle is what you like, is what you're passionate about, is something that makes time fly. And then all of the activities that surround it can be turned into ways to help you improve your English. If you do that, plus have a sense of community with others who are working on their English, even though those people are not necessarily native English speakers, you're going to improve a lot and you're not going to get bored doing it. Those are a couple things you can do. I hope that's helpful. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can see future videos. And also, if you want to improve your English in more long-form, serious, directed learning, check out my full courses in the links in the description.